On June 13th, 2025, we remember a constellation of lives that shaped science, song, sport, and public service. From pioneering researchers to fearless musicians, from quiet lawmakers to legendary athletes, each name carried the weight of purpose and the brilliance of individual legacy. Today, we pause not simply to mourn, but to reflect, honor, and keep alive the echoes of lives well lived. Dr. Atul Butte was a visionary at the intersection of medicine and data science, a pioneer who believed that hidden within numbers were the secrets to healing. As director of the Bakar Computational Health Sciences Institute at UCSF, his work advanced biomedical research into the digital age. He uncovered patterns that saved lives, built systems that fought disease, and inspired a new generation of physician scientists. Atul's brilliance was only matched by his hope for the future of health. Though cancer took him too soon, his contributions continue to protect and guide millions through the algorithms he built and the compassion he carried. James Fankhauser's hands didn't just conduct music, they elevated souls. A master choral direction and a cherished educator, he shaped the sound of harmony across generations. With a baton in hand and passion in his voice, he brought together communities through concert halls, rehearsal rooms, and quiet magic of shared song. Whether leading sacred pieces or contemporary works, Fankhauser instilled both discipline and joy in every note. His teachings live on in every student who dares to sing with heart. Betsy Gay was part of America's golden age of cinema, a child star whose charm lit up black and white screens with timeless innocence. Known for her roles in The Adventures of Tom Sawyer and Our Gang Follies in 1938, she grew up alongside Hollywood itself. While the spotlight eventually faded, her impact did not. Betsy remained a symbol of bygone era, when stories were simple, smiles were sincere, and wonder lived in a reel of celluloid. She takes with her a piece of cinematic history, one that still flickers in classic frames and fond memories. Johnny O'Brien was a rare gem in the annals of Major League Baseball, a player who brought flair and finesse to every inning, one half of a historic twin duo. He played for teams like the Pittsburgh Pirates and made headlines not just for his stats, but for his spirit. O'Brien could pitch, play infield, and energize the dugout all in the same game. Beyond the diamond, he was a storyteller, a mentor, and a living link to baseball's post-war golden years. His legacy isn't just in box scores, but in the hearts of fans who saw a man play with unshakable joy. Steven Stanko's life took a path of darkness, marked by violence, loss, and ultimately justice. Known for his horrific crimes and the national attention they received, his story serves as a solemn reminder of the harm that lives on after violence, and the long road survivors and families must walk. Though his execution closes a legal chapter, the deeper story belongs to victims, whose memories, resilience, and dignity far outshine the name of the man who wronged them. Barney Daniels was a heartbeat of lower league English football, loyal, skilled, and endlessly committed to the beautiful game. With time at clubs like Ashton United, Stockport County, and Hyde United, he played with a grit that resonated deeply with fans in terraces and pubs alike. Daniels wasn't about stardom. He was about pride in the jersey, hustle on the pitch, and connection with the community. His goals, tackles, and leadership are etched not in Premier League lights, but in the soul of the game. Dill Katz was a kind of jazz man whose bass lines move like conversation, fluid, profound, and alive. A staple in Britain's jazz scene for decades, he collaborated with legends and nurtured rising stars. Whether in smoky basements or grand festivals, Dill played not for applause, but for the art. His legacy lives in the music still vibrating through instruments he once held, and in the ears of those who ever swayed to his groove. John Plain wasn't just a punk rocker. He was one of the architects of its raw heart. As a guitarist and singer for the Boys, he helped shape the UK punk movement with punchy riffs, gritty lyrics, and a refusal to conform. Yet beyond the amps and attitude, he was known for loyalty, laughter, and a relentless love of music. Honest John gave punk its swagger and soul, and now joins the legends in the eternal encore. Sean Neeson walked the fires of Northern Ireland's most trying decades with poise and purpose. As an MLA and leader within the Alliance Party, he stood for peace, unity, and hope when division felt inevitable. A voice for dialogue and fairness, Neeson's leadership helped pave a road toward reconciliation. His legacy is found not just in policy, but in the more peaceful tomorrow his work made possible. Neil J. Miller served Idaho with quiet dignity. A member of both the state's House and Senate, his politics weren't loud. They were rooted in listening, learning, and leading from the ground up. He championed education, agriculture, and rural communities, shaping policies that touched everyday lives. A public servant in the truest sense, Neil believed government should uplift, not divide. His nearly century-long life was a testament to the power of civic commitment and the enduring value of measured moral leadership. In North Carolina, Ed Nye's name became synonymous with service. Over decades in the House and Senate, he fought for education, infrastructure, and economic balance, always focused on what would help his state prosper. Known for crossing the aisle and forging consensus, Nye built a legacy of progress through respect and resolve. His work shaped not just policy, but people, mentoring younger lawmakers and reminding all that politics at its best is a practice of trust. Today, we remember and honor Atul Butte, James Fankhauser, Betsy Gay, Neil J. Miller, Ed Nye, Johnny O'Brien, Stephen Stanko, Barney Daniels, Dill Katz, Honest John Plain, and Sean Neeson. Their contributions to medicine, music, governance, sport, and storytelling have left indelible marks on the soul of our collective history. Through their work and dedication, they have inspired countless others and shaped the world in ways both seen and unseen. As we reflect on their lives, we celebrate their legacies, grateful for the enduring influence they leave behind. Rest in peace.